Okay, let's do this, ladies. This is feeling like I'm going live today. Anyways, hello and welcome back to A Million Bucks Style. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. It is Women's Day today, and I wanted to basically bring you guys not only a haul video, which is my routine, I also wanted to basically answer and address a lot of your questions that were sent to me on a recent post that I had shared in my community. This is basically a Q&A which is a mix of lifestyle questions, my YouTube journey, how I basically stay motivated, and a few personal questions which I feel I will answer. There are also some styling queries which I will address in this video. So let's get started with the first one. I have my laptop right in front of me. I'm going to be looking at the questions and answering. This is not scripted. This is completely unscripted, raw Manmeet Bhatia answering your questions because certain things cannot be scripted. All right. Enough of this melodrama. Let's get to the first question. All right, I may just butcher some names, so apologies in advance because a lot of the names here are a little difficult to pronounce because they use a lot of other words, etc. Okay, so this is Asharam Swami, the first question here. She basically is asking me, wearing the right innerwear is so important on how an outfit looks. Can we have a few pointers of what kind of innerwear should one wear for different kinds of outfits, especially women with heavier bust? Okay, so I am a 36C, so I don't face the issue of having heavier bust, but there are certain outfits where I choose certain bra types. Now, there are different bra types, and I am going to share, once I start my broadcast channel, I will be able to share pictures and certain videos with you guys one-on-one. I can't do this on a public forum here. But I'll tell you what all bra options I have and I use and pair them with different outfits. For women with heavy chest, especially over the size of 40, Marks & Spencer, and this is not sponsored, I'm not basically getting anything out of this. Marks & Spencer has a range called minimizers, which when you wear, your breasts look a lot more in shape and not loose. They definitely give you an uplift sort of a feeling. So yeah, try the minimizers from Marks & Spencer's. They're very thin, they're not padded, but they have a good lining so your nipples don't show. And they are mostly underwired for support because when you have big breasts, you do need a little bit of support only to make sure that they don't droop and you don't get backache. So a good fitted bra is very important, and for heavier chested women, you should definitely try the Marks & Spencer's minimizer range. It's brilliant. The other thing that you need to keep in mind is investing in different kinds of bras. I usually only have two colors in my wardrobe. I either have a black or a nude. 80% of my bras are all nude. Because I wear a lot of light colored undergarments, I have a range of variety of nude bras. Now I have different bras for different types of outfits that I wear, but the ones that I usually go for are these non-lined thin cotton bras with underwire. They look pretty ugly, they're not beautiful bras, definitely not something that's sensual, but you are wearing it for yourself. But they also give me fuller coverage. It covers my entire breast and goes all the way to the top. It definitely is something that I reach for time and again. It's from the brand Triumph, and the only issue with that bra is the fact that it doesn't have a lining. It's a very comfy thin cotton bra, but I don't really care about the fact that my nipples are showing, except for sometimes when you're wearing extremely thin outfits and the static creates that nipple show. At that point of time, I like to wear a cupped or a lightly padded bra. If you are not comfortable wearing underwires, you can also opt for the ones that Uniqlo does. Uniqlo has some brilliant bras where they don't really have underwires, but they have these bras that basically create a little bit of support under your bust to make sure that you are comfortable without the wires really digging in. So I will leave in the description a couple of bra options along with links that you can check out, and I hope that answers your question. Okay, moving on to the second question. This one is from Ramya Vittal Charya 6070. Sorry for butchering your name. I'm really sorry. Hey Manmeet, I binge watch your videos for your exceptional script. Love them. I don't know if this is a question or a compliment. If it's a compliment, thank you very much. Moving on to the next question. How one should shop, where to draw the line. Sometimes it's overwhelming. This is from Preeti Parija 25. It's a good question, highly rated as well. 11 votes on this question. Basically, one should look at what they currently have in their closet and not go overboard when it comes to shopping. I don't buy anything that I don't need, and needs are very, very subjective. You need to look at your lifestyle. What do you do? Where do you work? What is your lifestyle like? Do you have a social circle? Do you spend a lot of time socializing? Do you go to a lot of parties? Do you do a lot of social work? Do you work in a very conservative environment? Do you have an office where you are not comfortable wearing revealing clothes or casual clothes? Are you working in a place where a dress code is non-negotiable and you can only wear a certain type of clothes? Do you travel a lot? All of these things basically create your lifestyle, and you need to choose things that suit your lifestyle. Now, it's also important to understand that if something is not working for you and it's been lying in your closet, just get rid of it. Declutter. If you have something lying in your closet for over a year and you haven't reached for it, I'm not talking about special occasion and Indian wear, which you basically pull out during festivities. I am talking about something as simple as a pair of pants that you feel that you will fit into at one point of time and they're just hanging there, and you're not able to create a lot of outfits just because that one black pair of pants is not accessible and you can't wear it. Get rid of it. Declutter your closet. Every single season change, I do this process where I see what have I worn, what have I not worn, am I ever going to wear it, does it fit me? I know it's a day's job, it is definitely time consuming, but once you've done that, you know what do you have in your closet and what is missing. If there's something that's missing and you need it to create multiple outfits, get that. If there's something that you saw on the net and you absolutely love it and it's bothering you that you haven't been able to buy it, take your time and maybe give it a shot, buy it, but don't feel miserable thinking, I wish I had bought it, now it's out of stock and I'm having dreams about it. I mean, it happens with me when I like something so much and I don't immediately buy it and I constantly keep thinking about it. I do end up going and buying that piece as long as it's available. But this is another strategy when you are tempted. If you're tempted to buy something that I've shown in a video or a haul and you don't necessarily need it, take a moment and think about it. Spend 24 hours to 48 hours not thinking about that item. And if you still are thinking about it, maybe you need that in your closet, you need that piece. And if you don't and you've already gotten over it, well, good for you. Honestly, you shouldn't be shopping mindlessly anyways. The reason why I show so many outfits in my hauls, and this is my work. If I don't show it to you, I don't really make any money. And that's about it. I'm sorry, I'm not going to blabber. Let me put a stop to this. To answer your query in a very, very short format, if there's something that you need and you feel that you will be able to wear it over and over again, go ahead and buy it. You should definitely put a budget aside every single month to say that I will spend 2,000 rupees this month or I'll spend 10,000 rupees a month. This is basically your shopping budget depending on how much you make or how much you can shell out from every month. And if there is a certain amount that you've dedicated to your shopping expenses, spend them wisely on things that you see wearing over and over again. That's basically my advice. Moving on to my next question. Okay, Fairy 3023. I have been reading Fairy's comments on every single video of mine, and I think she is the sweetest person. She comments on every single video of mine. So she's basically told me you should start your own clothing brand, Manmeet. I honestly don't know if I want to start my own brand because I love the camera. I can talk in front of the camera for hours and hours, and I love speaking to people and I love networking and I just love being around people. And I think my strength is finding the right styles that suit me and other body types and my clients. But in terms of designing something, I don't think I have the vision and I don't have the professional knowledge of designing something from scratch and the business acumen for it. So hence I never really thought about it and gave it a shot. But thank you for the suggestion. Okay, moving on. Radhika Arora 8762 is asking me, ma'am, please suggest good brand black jeans, high-waisted, straight fit. Okay, H&M does some brilliant jeans. I have been wearing a lot of their denims. You should definitely try them. I will link a few in the description box below, so do check that out. Moving on to the next question. This one is from Sneha RZ8WH. Your command on language is impeccable. How did you develop that? What was your corporate job like and what triggered you to change careers? Did it affect you financially in any way? I definitely find you happy and content pursuing your passion. That's sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, as far as the language is concerned, I'm definitely not perfect. I make a lot of errors, especially my sisters and my husband are constantly correcting me. But it also comes with the fact that we're always surrounded by people who are speaking in English. We travel a lot. And also the fact that I consume a lot of English content, and not now, but I've been consuming a lot of English language content since I was a child. And that just basically developed my vocabulary, my pronunciation in a way that now I sound a certain way. Having said that, the other thing, and also a part of your other question, is how was my corporate job like? Now, I have had a massive career behind me, which was lasting about 15 years, and it was extremely fruitful. I was very, very successful in my career, but I also felt that it took a toll on me and I wasn't really doing something that I was enjoying after a certain while, especially after I spent 7 years at Ferragamo. My subsequent jobs weren't as fulfilling, and then the pandemic happened, and a lot of these realizations happened in life where I realized that life is too short to not chase your dream or follow your passion. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. In the month of September 2022 is when I decided that's about it. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to be working for someone, traveling 3 hours a day, getting stuck on the road, and yet not feeling fulfilled or satisfied with what is happening in my life. Money wasn't something that was a driving factor anymore. I was making a lot of money and I was very, very happy with the bank balance, but here and here, it didn't match, or I didn't really feel like my life was complete, or I was feeling fulfilled or satisfied. Underwent therapy, and then I realized that it's now or never, and quit my corporate job and started YouTube. This was in December on the 12th, 2022, and here we are almost a year and a half later, building a community of people who are like-minded and so supportive of each other, and I absolutely love doing what I'm doing. In terms of whether it affected me financially in any way, of course it affected me financially. I did not make any money for the first 6 months. I quit my job in September and I started YouTube in December. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April, 7 months I didn't get paid at all. And in May of 2023, I got monetized, and that is when I started making money on YouTube. And then slowly and steadily, brands started to recognize me and my videos started to do well. The first few months were challenging, but I also was doing it because this was my ikigai. I used to enjoy doing it, and it wasn't something that I was forcing on myself. So it's important when you are starting out on this journey to really understand what is it that you love and enjoy and can sustain it for a long period of time. There are days when I'm working till 3 a.m. in the night, writing my scripts or giving voiceovers. I still remember in the months of June and July when I wanted to give a voiceover or I wanted to basically shoot a video, I would switch off the AC, switch off the fan, make sure all the windows are closed, there was no noise in the room, and sit there sweating and giving my voiceover. But I know for a fact that all those days, all that mehnat, all that struggle was totally worth it, because when I read your comments and I understand how enriching this is for not just me but also for my audience, it just gives you a different kind of strength, and makes you a lot more stronger, and that's where you get all your courage. It just makes you a lot more stronger and a lot more determined to do what you're doing on a daily basis. And yeah, this is definitely my passion, and you are right. I absolutely love what I'm doing. I will do it till I can, and my body supports me. I'm 37, and there are days when I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I can't do this. But I know for a fact that once I start shooting and I put up a little bit of makeup and I wear these beautiful clothes, I know for a fact that my mood just uplifts immediately and I want to do it. The minute the camera starts, I am a different person altogether because I feel great. Thank you for the question though. Okay, how many pieces should a versatile wardrobe have? This is Carla Silva 1774. All right, how many pieces should a versatile wardrobe have? I think 30 is a good number. This is a very vague number in my opinion. But now this is again something that basically depends on your lifestyle. If you are someone who doesn't go out that often, or if you are someone who is working 6 days a week or 7 days a week in a 9 to 5 job, and you don't really have a life beyond office, you only need to buy clothes for office. And if you are someone who has a very active social life, you're a young girl who's going out, celebrating birthdays, attending weddings, attending functions, all of those things are happening in your life, your wardrobe is going to be very, very different than someone who is basically spending all her time at work, 7 days a week, not having a social life at all. So it's extremely personal and extremely subjective. But to give you a number which is extremely vague, and to start with, I would say 30 is a good number, which is going to be a mix of bottoms, which is trousers, jeans, skirts, etc., and also gym wear, and also shirts, a lot of dresses, jackets, blazers, so on and so forth. So yeah, it's a difficult number to put, but I would say 30. If you gave me the option of throwing away everything and starting my closet from scratch, and you could only buy 30 pieces, I think I should be settled. All right, next question is, what do you suggest for a first designer handbag? All right. Your first designer handbag needs to be from a brand that you aspire, yet needs to be something which is going to last a long, long time and fits your lifestyle. I keep bringing lifestyle out because I think our closet is a reflection of our lifestyle. My first designer handbag was an iconic Ferragamo Sofia bag. It was a top handle black bag, which I sold, by the way, and I made a profit on it. So that's another thing. Your designer bags can be sold. Resale market is a budding market in India and a very, very big market internationally. There are a lot of stores that basically resell secondhand luxury. So if you are someone who is tight on budget, you should definitely look at Confidential Couture and Label Centric, and there are a bunch of other sites. I'm going to leave them in the description as well. But definitely try your hands on secondhand and see if you can find a good quality handbag within your budget. And if I had to buy my first luxury handbag at this point of time, I would definitely buy a bag from The Row. It's by the Olsen twins. And I have been eyeing a lot of their bags. I think they are understated. They are made out of premium leather quality, and they will last in my wardrobe for a very long time. But I've also realized now that I'm not working in a 9 to 5 job, I don't really invest in big bags. I invest in smaller, medium-sized bags. And then again, it all boils down to your lifestyle. But there are some beautiful brands. There's Louis Vuitton's bags are also brilliant, but please don't buy their canvas monogram bag. Buy something that is understated. Buy something that doesn't scream that you are wearing a certain brand. I think what is important is that you don't show the world how much money you have, but it should enrich your life on a regular basis, even when you are alone. That's the biggest difference between someone who's sophisticated or someone who's just trying too hard to look a certain way. I love carrying Zara and H&M bags, despite the fact that I have over 60 bags from luxury brands. It doesn't matter as long as I'm liking what I'm wearing and I feel great and confident in wearing that bag. I will wear it with a sea full of Christian Louboutins and Fendis. But that's me. That's who I am and how I've matured over the years. But when I was starting out, I also at that point of time knew that I didn't want to buy something that is not going to look classy after 10 years. So you need to buy something which is classic in style and looks great with almost everything that you wear. The common colors that I would advise are tan, black, or this beautiful blush nude color. These are the three colors that I would say you should opt for when purchasing your new favorite designer handbag. And there are so many brands. Even Bottega Veneta does some very beautiful leather, luxury bags. So do check them out. Okay, moving on to the next question. This one is from Monica Wagmare 1888. Hi, how did you get so much fluency in speaking English? I think I already answered this question in my previous questions. So Monica, I think you got your answer from there. Deepika Navendran 259, she's asked me, can you please make a video on your belts in comfortable footwear haul? There are so many YouTubers making footwear haul, but not even a single one to talk about its comfort. All right, this one is again extremely subjective, something that I might find comfortable, you may not find comfortable, because our weight ratio and the way our toe is going to be different. I am a high arched girl, so when I wear heels, I find it to be very, very comfortable as opposed to me wearing flat footed shoes. So I always prefer a little bit of heel height, a little bit of edge in even my flat sandals. I like a little bit of heel, even if it's a ½ inch, because it gives me a much better leveled feel as far as my shoes is concerned. I will link a few that I have tried and tested and I have worn. And if you are someone who is looking out for some references, I will leave them in the description box below. A lot of people can't wear heels and I understand that, but I have a bunch of flats that I find very comfortable. If I still find them online, I will definitely link them here. But if I can't find the same thing online, I will link a few which are from the same brands that I have shopped from. And I think their quality is pretty fantastic and they might just be comfortable. The beauty of shopping online is the fact that you can buy and return. And that's the best thing that, anyone could offer. I know it's not very environmentally friendly, but also driving your car and all the ACs and all the work that is happening in the mall is also not sustainable. I'd rather have a small warehouse where my clothes are coming from or my shoes are coming from and one person delivering to the entire society. We're also thinking about those things. Okay, Niharika Padmashri 8910, she's asking me, hello ma'am, I've seen many Myntra hauls on your channel. Myntra offers a variety of brands. I'm often confused about how to shop on Myntra in a way that ensures we can get the best quality at the best prices and how effectively to use filters while shopping. Sometimes when ordering from an unknown brand on Myntra, the quality and fit may not be satisfactory. So my question is, how do you shop on Myntra and achieve $1 million look without spending $1 million? All right, that's a good question. So I now have become a pro. I've been shopping on Myntra since the past 12 years. And the beauty is that the filters are fantastic. You can literally put filters on everything from the fabric, from the sleeves, from the neck, the size. So how I like to shop is, so say for example, I find a certain requirement. I wanted to basically buy quad sets and I only want to buy quad sets with a little bit of sleeves. I want to buy quad sets that are made out of cotton fabric and I want to buy quad sets that are under a certain price range. So what I end up doing is I use the filter option. I search for quad sets. They also have these drop down lists from which you can select what you're shopping from. So select quad sets, then you go on to the filters and you select your size. And then you basically go on to, and finding your size is also extremely important. You need to know what your bust size is. I don't even look at the waist size if I'm not buying something which is just bottom. So look at your bust size and see what the size chart is saying. So anywhere between a medium and a large would fit me. So I filter out both those sizes. Then I go to the fabric and I choose cotton fabric only. Then I go to the print because I don't want to buy any print. I only want solids. So even in the fabric and the pattern and the print, you can choose what print you want, whether you want only solids, you want florals, you want abstracts, you want stripes, you want checks. All of those filters exist on Myntra, and then it just gives you a list of all of these. So there is a tab on the filters where you basically can select the rating of the garment. So I always select 4+ star rating to just avoid, spending too much time and reading through the description. And then you have a list of things that come onto your page. I sort them from low to high so that I can see, because obviously you don't want to spend more money for something that you find at a lower cost. So I go from the lowest to the highest and I go through a bunch of pages. If I like something, I will click on it and I will go through their description. If the product description says and it's aligning with what I see in pictures, I will place the order. I always make sure I check the return policy before I place the order, because I don't want to get stuck in something which is only exchanged there is no return policy at all, because all of these brands have different return policies and exchange policies. So you need to make sure that you read all of them in advance before you place the order. Sometimes the size charts are so vague that I end up buying both medium and large to see which one fits me the best and keep that. I also like to shop from brands where I feel that if I bought something and it turned out to be really, really good, I will search for the brand and I'll go through everything that the brand has to offer and see what I like, what I don't like. And liking is very, very subjective. I might like something that you may not like and vice versa. So you select those things and you place an order, and that's how you easily shop on Myntra. I hope that answers your question. Moving on to the next question from Kimaya. She's asked me, do you have any suggestion for bras, innerwear? I'm not a big fan of underwired bras and struggle with finding good quality non-wired options for strappy dresses or tops or even strapless garments. Uniqlo. You need to definitely go to Uniqlo, go to the store, ask one of the store assistants to help you find the right size of your bra and try their they have these t-shirt bras that are basically, they look like sports bras, but they're not sports bras, and they don't have underwire, but they just have a fat band to your bust that gives you a little lift. Definitely try them. They also don't give you any back fat marks. I'm a culprit. I don't wear them very often, but I have them and I absolutely love them. So I hope I was able to answer your question, Kimaya. Next, moving on, Iram2771 is asking me, I really enjoy watching your haul videos and they are very inspiring. What motivated you to start this YouTube channel? Okay, so I have briefly touched upon it in my previous questions. Okay, so I'll tell you what keeps me motivated. Motivation comes from you people. I'll give you a little short story. And that is something that happened to me, I think back in July 2023. I received a message, a long, lengthy message from one of my subscribers on YouTube, and she told me, I'm not going to name her here, but she told me she cannot see, but she loves to listen to my videos. And I literally had goosebumps. I had goosebumps and I was literally teary-eyed, and I felt, this is amazing. If I'm able to do that, if I can actually make a difference in someone's life who cannot even see these beautiful clothes but loves to listen to me and is able to understand what I'm saying, that for me is the biggest motivation anyone can ever get as a content creator. Of course, I'm sorry, I'm just going to drink some water while I talk about it because hydration is important. Right. And that just truly motivated me, and I felt it's amazing. Even if I have just about 50 odd women who I can really help achieve the best life that they can, because a lot of women are underconfident when they wear their clothes and they don't feel their best. And if your clothes and the way you dress and the way you talk and the way you walk and the way you accessorize and do your hair and makeup, all of these things, if someone can influence and make you feel like $1,000,000, and if I am able to do that in someone's life, that's all the motivation I need to continue to do what I'm doing. Not only is this my ikigai and I'm fulfilling that, I get paid for it and I am helping out a lot of women in need, and that just makes me feel charged. I feel super, super great doing what I'm doing when I read your comments, and that's why I keep continuously asking you to comment and tell me exactly what you want to see, how did this video make you feel, and what would you like me to change. Constructive criticism is always welcome, and if I can improve my videos by taking your suggestions, I would love to do that. I hope that answers your question. Moving on to the next one. This is Charupava 3225. She's asking me, she's telling me, you are a rock star. She's telling me, you are a true rock star. You have a long way to go. Just let 2024 pass. You will have a lot of fame, sis. That is so sweet. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize that this was just a compliment, not a question. Thank you so much. 2024 is already looking beautiful and exciting. One of my very close friends just delivered a baby girl, and I just received a message from her. Not only is it Women's Day, it's also Mahashivratri, and this girl's born. What a beautiful, lucky coincidence. Okay, next question. This one is from Shalini0909. She's asking me, many clothes be purchased for occasional uses, so it's just stored and used very less. What should we do about that? Okay, first of all, when you're buying something for a certain occasion, you should definitely look at how it can be mixed and matched with different pieces in your wardrobe. So say for example, if I bought a beautiful quad set with full embroidery work and embellishment, the trousers are usually simpler. I would pair it with an oversized long flared hem shirt and make it work. Similarly, if you have a beautiful sari with an embellished blouse, wear the sari with a plain blouse and wear the blouse with a plain sari. The same thing can be done with the lehenga. Wear the skirt with a silk shirt of the lehenga and just wear it as is. Just try and find multiple uses of these garments and don't just let them be hanging there. I am a culprit of this where I don't pull out things from my closet, especially the big heavy Indian wear. I usually leave them at my mom's place because I have my room which has a big closet there, and I don't really have as much space here. So reaching for them when I have to basically go out, I have to tell her in advance to send someone with the pieces. So I end up just buying something and I end up wearing it. So try and use your clothes in multiple manners, and you can get a lot of inspiration from Pinterest. I use Pinterest for almost everything. Whenever I'm in doubt and I want to find what can I pair this with, I just search on Pinterest, and you'll see a lot of these pins from people from different backgrounds sharing things and get inspired. Next question is from Betty Saha 9718. She's asking me, hi Manmeet, I've noticed that most of your clothing videos are for the straight sizes. Very, very few are plus size inclusive. Although I love watching your videos, it's a bit sad when I can't find my size in those. I know it's a struggle. Now, it's also a struggle for me to find brands that are doing medium sizes as well as 4XL. A lot of times when I find something that is available in 4XL, my size won't be available, and vice versa. As much as I try and bring you clothes that have extra sizes available, it's not always possible, and a lot of people ask me to style heavier women. I can style a heavy woman if I have a friend who can basically shoot with me, but because I'm shooting during office working hours, my 9 to 5 is Monday to Friday, and so is all my friends mostly. So it's very difficult to find someone who is a big size girl coming and being very comfortable in front of the camera and me being able to style her. So if one day will come when I'm able to find a friend who is basically available, I'm going to make her take a day off and come and visit me so I can style her and I can show you how you can basically wear these gorgeous clothes in XXL, XXL, 4XL, etc. All sizes are beautiful. It's just that I don't have my size in the same brand, and not every time can you find brands that do all of these. So what I also try and do is I'll try and create a wish list in bigger sizes so that you can buy something that I have liked online and tell me how you like it, because I already do a lot of thorough research before I share anything in my wish list. I go through all the product descriptions and understand what the fabric is like and what people have already said about the product and reviewed. And yeah, that's how I can help you. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Next question is from Akansha saying 9982. She is asking me, do you get paid by Myntra since most of the clothing links are from there, or is it just that you love shopping from Myntra? Really love your work. I can't even begin to explain in words how much about styling I have learned from you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Yes, I do get paid from Myntra. It started 6 months after I started posting on my YouTube account. I already am a huge fan of Myntra. I've been shopping from them for so long. And then an affiliate marketing company reached out to me saying that Myntra would like you to create videos for them. Would you be interested? And we will pay you for it. And I was like, absolutely, why not? So I have been making a lot of videos for Myntra because I get paid for it, and also I feel that their return policies and just the variety of brands that Myntra has on their platform it just surpasses everyone. And the fact that it's been there for 17 years and they have penetrated across the country, and no matter where you are in the country, you can buy these clothes, and they have some very, very affordable and great discounts. I find it easy to shop from them. I've tried Ajio, I've tried Tata Click as well as Nykaa, and either the delivery timelines are terrible or they don't have a very, very comfortable return policy. And I don't want to get stuck with something that I don't like just because I can't return it. And that's the flexibility that Myntra really offers. And I have been working with them, and inshallah, shall continue to work with them and continue to share some beautiful styles that you can also add into your closet. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is AVSen29. She's asking me how to select an outfit when you have different upper and lower body sizes. Okay, pretty easy. Get your tailor to become your best friend. I have spoken about this time and again, that it's extremely important to get your clothes tailored fit for you. For example, if your body shape is an inverted triangle, it means that you basically have slender legs, a smaller waistline, but big breast and wide shoulders and big arms. Most likely, things that you wear on the bottom are going to be of different size as compared to what you put on your top. Get them altered to fit your size. Buy a large size that fits you on the top and get the bottoms altered to fit you just right on your waist and your length. This is going to make sure that your clothes look a lot more richer, a lot more polished and put together, and you look a lot more confident wearing something that truly fits you. I hope I was able to answer your question. Okay, next question is from Akansha Singh again. She's asked me, how do you find that fashion as a career is what you want to pursue for the rest of your life? Well, I didn't have to choose. It was something that I think I was born with. I remember my mom telling me that when I was a kid, I used to change my garments 4 times in a day. I would go to school in my school uniform, come back and change. Then for my tuition, I would change again and then come back and change for the evening. I was a very difficult child when it came to clothing, and my mom can definitely vouch for that. But I think it's something that has been part of my personality and my life for a very long time. My aunt, who is also a boutique owner, she is a fashion designer, and just looking at her and looking how chic and stylish and smart she used to look, I got very inspired at a very, very young age, and then pursued my career in fashion and was surrounded by brands and luxury and just got lucky there. So yeah, if you are truly someone who basically believes that this is your calling, surround yourself and make sure that you show up for such events and reach out to people in the fashion industry. Start networking, get your connections sorted, and it'll be very soon that you get started on this journey. Next, Mohini is asking me, would you share your love story? I'm sure you had a love marriage. Sorry if it's personal, but would love to hear it from you. Could you make a kid's outfit haul because I have a toddler? That is so cute. Okay, yeah, I would love to share my story. So I was hosting a birthday party for a friend who was celebrating her 30th birthday party at my place, and Ankit happened to be one of the guests who was invited. He was the last one to walk in and the last one to walk out. We hit it off immediately. We started chatting. And within the first month or so, we started dating each other. We have been together for now 10 years and married for 5 years. We lived in for 5 years. So it seems like we've been living in for the past 10 years. Both Ankit and my family are very, very open-minded, broad-minded. I've literally lived with my in-laws while my house was getting constructed, the house that we live in right here. And we're very lucky that we found each other, and that's the part of my love story that I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, could you make, and her second question is, could you make outfits for kids, because I have a toddler. So I have a nephew who's 3 years old. He is my life. He is the best thing that ever could happen to all of us. Yeah, I would love to share something for your toddlers as well. Maybe I could share a wish list of things that I like online and brands that I find very cute, and you can buy them for your toddler as well. Okay, so Ansel5292 is asking me, why don't you do Korean outfit styling? I just want to see these styles from your side. Okay, so I don't do Korean outfits is because I don't feel that that's my style. I don't want to show something that I'm not comfortable with, because it's going to reflect. It's going to show on my face and I'm going to look very, very different if I'm wearing something that I don't feel confident in or stylish in. And hence, I don't want to get into something which is very, very time restricted as far as trends is concerned. I don't follow trends as much as I have followed classic styles. And I know for a fact that these styles, or rather my style, has become very, very adaptable. It's easy to wear. It's not something that basically you have to think twice before putting on. And that's why I haven't really experimented with Korean styles or, other trending outfits, because that's just not my style. Okay, next question is, how did you find that fashion as a career? Oh, this is already done. Next question is from Ishita Thakur01. She's asking me, how do we repeat the outfit with different style? I hate it when we spend so much on a dress but can't use it again. Well, the first thing that you need to do is find versatile styles to buy and add into your closet. For example, a dress that has buttons all over from top to bottom can be worn as a jacket or a shrug, and can be worn with a belt or without belt. So it's important to find things that are extremely versatile, and if you don't have something that's versatile, you can change things up by pairing them with different jewelry, different accessories, different bags and heels. All of those things can make a huge difference. Sometimes even the hairstyle makes a huge difference in making an outfit look different. So do give it a try and mix and match your clothes. It's the easiest thing to do. Find the color, which is basically the most prominent color of a particular garment, and pair it with a solid, say for example you have a shirt with a beautiful print and you want to pair it with something which is part of another quad set. Find some sort of synergy between the two, whether it's a pattern or it is the texture or it's the color, and then pair them and you'll see the difference. You'll be able to wear a lot of your outfits that you currently don't, just by mixing and matching a lot of these pieces that are already existing in your wardrobe. All right, next question is from Akansha Singh 9982 again. Akansha, you asked me a lot of questions. My partner doesn't want kids. I'm unsure if I want them or not, because I didn't even know we could have that option. So I'm trying to unlearn the conditioning that our parents have imparted on us. Whatever I have observed from your stories or reels that you have shared is that you don't have kids. If that is the case, I want to know, if I also take this journey of being DINK, would I feel like there is something missing? Asking this question to you because from parents or older people have always told that we need kids, but do we? Okay, this is a very, very personal question, but I genuinely wanted to answer this one because I hear your pain in this. Now, true story, I took therapy for this as well when I got married, and both of us were discussing whether we want kids or not. I wasn't sure. I'm extremely maternal and I have a nephew and I absolutely love and adore him. But I also felt that my life at this point of time, I didn't want to have kids. I'm 37 and I know that age is catching up, and for how long do you want to delay this? For all the mothers out there or women who want to become pregnant, I completely respect your choices, and this is completely an unbiased opinion that's coming from my opinion. It's a very, very personal opinion. I don't want to cloud anyone's judgment. You can always forward if this is not something that you want to hear, but let me just say it. Basically, so this is my opinion only. Whether you want to have kids or you don't want to have kids, it's a very personal choice, and it is a very, very selfish choice. It's selfish because if you want to have kids, you're doing it for your own need. You want a child who's going to bring you happiness. You want to feel like a mother. You want to go through that experience. You want to create that connection with your partner where your child just doubles or triples or heightens to a different level altogether. And it is a very selfish choice. You basically want to have a child to fulfill your maternal instinct. You want to basically feel happy, just that happiness, the joy that a kid can bring into your life. I know how much joy a child can bring into someone's life, and just that joy or that choice is a selfish choice. And hear me out, even the choice of not having a child, just because you want that freedom, you want less responsibility, you have a different goal for your life, you have a different mindset, or just your environment is not suitable, or your partner is not ready, all of these things are also acting up as a selfish choice. You choose to have a child because you want to feel happy. You want to bring them into this life. You want to basically create that bond between your partner. You want to give that child all the happiness in the world that you can possibly give, and see them grow and see them turn into these refined human beings. That's your selfish choice. And similarly, on the other end, if you don't want to have kids, that's also a selfish choice, because you're choosing your freedom, you're choosing your lifestyle, you're choosing your own future by yourself. It is a choice that you make, both whether you want to have a kid or you don't want to have a kid. It's completely up to you. I just don't feel that you should be in a position where you feel guilty of a choice that you made 20 years ago just because you can't have a kid now. So you need to be very, very careful. Take therapy if that helps, whether it's a partner therapy or a single therapy with your therapist. But just go through this experience, because it can be challenging. If you choose not to have kids and 20 years down the line you regret that decision, it'll be very hard for you to go back and change it. And if you don't want to have kids, just live it. Live your life to the fullest. And there's no reason not to enjoy this DINK life. By the way, DINK is double income, no kids. A lot of people enjoy this and travel the world. I know for a fact that I've delayed it is because I want to travel the world. I want to do this. I want to have a lifestyle that basically gives me joy. And I shower all my love and affection to my nephew, and I love him and I adore him. And for me, he is my child. And a lot of people tell me that when you are old and you basically don't have a kid by your side to help you and to support you and to basically earn for you and take care of you in your old age, that's again very selfish. I don't want to have a child who's basically growing up thinking that I have to take care of my mother for the rest of my life. No, I want to basically have a life and create a lifestyle and create enough corpus of savings that in future I'm able to support myself, and I don't need someone else or even my own child's support for that. Given the way things are in the world that we're living in, chances are your child is not going to want to live with you after 18 years of age, and you shouldn't stop him from chasing his life goals and enjoying his life. I wish that more people realize that and bring kids into the world just because they cherish the amount of time they have with them, and don't expect anything from them in return. This may hurt a lot of people's sentiment, and I'm not trying to do that, but I feel that it's a very, very personal choice whether you want to have a kid or not. But always remember that the decision that you're taking today is going to be your life's decision that cannot be altered unless you choose to adopt a child. You can always adopt a child and bring someone in your life who deserves it, who basically needs it the most. There are enough and more orphans in the world who basically require love and affection. And if at a later stage of your life you do decide to have kids and you can't have them naturally, adopt a kid. I know for a fact that that's my backup plan. If tomorrow I am not able to conceive naturally, I will be going the adoption route, and I have no qualms about it. I feel that as educated people, it's important for us to basically give a beautiful life to someone who is more deserving than anything else. I hope I was able to answer your question. You can always call me if you need to speak more. Next, Priyoma Basu has asked me, I'm visiting the US in May and need help with packing the best outfits. Please help. Okay, why don't you send me a DM and then we can connect. This is Sweetie 99991. She's asking me, I like your styling and selection of clothes. So in future in my wedding, if I need help with events and selecting the outfits and styling, would you be able to help me with your knowledge? Will you accept my request? Of course, I will. Of course, you can take my personal styling session and I would love to help you out. A lot of people ask me about this, so I'll give you a little brief on how this goes. I basically offer a 30-minute complimentary session where I get to know your requirements and understand what is it that you're struggling with, what do you need, and after understanding what your requirements are, I create a plan and a commercial plan and a timeline for you to basically choose from, and then we proceed with it. It can be anywhere between a month long to a 6-month long to a yearly program, and I only take online sessions unless you are willing to travel to Gurgaon. Next question is from Wid1692. Hi ma'am, may I know your age and educational qualification if you don't mind? Of course. I am 37 years of age and I am an English honors graduate from Gargi College, and I basically started my professional career in third year college itself. I quit my full-time college and I started working because I found a great job, and I was bedridden because I had a broken ankle, and all of these things. It was basically just your life coming in a certain form and presenting to you a platform, and it was my choice whether I wanted to take it or not, and I decided to take it. Next question is from JBKZ8LV. What a name. I'm 5'1" and go to work 5 days a week, and I shop well both Indian, Western and majority in jeans and tee and tops, but not sure how I'm ending up with nothing to wear. Please help. I think the reason why you're ending up with nothing to wear is because A, sometimes your clothes may not fit you, you don't really know how to pair them, or you are not confident of the outfits that you currently have in your existing wardrobe. I think a lot of people go through this mental block. They're not prepping well, they're not tailoring their outfits, they're not accessorizing them with the right kind of accessories. So if you are someone who's seeking help, just go through my videos. I have done a lot of these pairing and mixing and matching and all of these things. But most importantly, spend one day where you basically are going through your entire closet. But just do this one exercise for me. Pull out all your clothes, keep the bottoms on one side, shirts on one side, dresses on one side, skirts on one side, and just go through all of them. Wear them all and see where do you need to basically get them altered. Whether it's a little bit of length, whether it's a little bit of the waist or arms or neck, just get them fitted. Create a big pile of clothes that you need to go to the tailor and give it to him. And once you get them back, you will be a lot more confident in creating these outfit combinations, because you know that each of these pieces individually are fitting you a lot better. I do this exercise every time there is a season change and I'm basically updating my closet. I don't like to have any winter wear during the summer months and vice versa. So I do this 2 times a year where I'm basically seeing what is working, what is not working. Does anything have a hole in it? Do I need to basically discard anything? Are we decluttering? Are we upgrading? What do I need? What do I need to get altered? All of these things basically will answer all of your questions. And it's a one-time exercise that you need to do so that you are able to create a wardrobe that you'd want to wear over and over again. Next question is from Hushed Blush. The question is basically, is online shopping cost effective? Online shopping is definitely cost effective because A, you are not taking the time to sit in your car or take a cab to go to the mall or go to different outlets to see what is it that you can find that suits you. You have one store, which is your laptop. Sit on it. Go through as many websites as you possibly can. You are not spending money on traveling. You are not spending time, which is the most valuable thing. You are basically sitting in the comfort of your house and shopping all of these things, not just from one site, but you have multiple sites that you can browse while sitting in the comfort of your home. And all of these are returnable. You basically are shopping, at least I shop for things that I can return because I don't want to get stuck with something that I can't return. And I also feel that the fact that they basically are not a brick and mortar store, it's basically clothes coming from the warehouse. They're not spending enough money on marketing, etc. All these other costs that are attached with a brick and mortar store, they are able to offer you a lot more discounts than someone who is basically a designer boutique in Emporio. They won't be able to give you as much discount as someone who's only available online. As far as luxury brands is concerned, I would say The Collective. When you go to The Collective, you'll find some beautiful options at a very, very affordable price. So definitely check that out. I feel online shopping is very, very affordable because you can find some hidden gems at a very, very good price point that you don't otherwise if you're basically skipping from one shop to the other. Who has that kind of time? No one. Last question is extremely important because I get asked about this question very, very often. Do you end up keeping everything that you show in your haul? Of course not. Guys, I do hauls so that you guys are able to make the right decision and see these clothes not on a model, not on a website, but in a video format where a real person with certain body proportions is sharing these clothes for you. The idea is to tell you whether the fabric works, how to style it, what complexion is it worn on, how do you basically wear it for different occasions. All of these value adds is what I as a content creator bring to the table. That does not mean that I'm going to keep all of these clothes. I do end up keeping 1 or 2 pieces. Sometimes I keep maybe 4 or 5 pieces depending on how much I like it or what my requirements are. But not only me, but every single content creator that is doing hauls is basically wearing these clothes, showing it to you and returning them back to the brand. That's the only economical way of doing this, because if I end up keeping all of these pieces or if I continue to share clothes from my existing wardrobe that you can't buy or you won't find anywhere, what's the point? There is no point of me sharing those clothes. I can't continue to share the same clothes over and over again. I can't continue to bring you things that you don't have the time to spend on, sites like Myntra, etc. So this is my job and I take it very seriously, and I love to do that because I have found some beautiful styles that when I was not on Myntra, I wish I had them, because I've spent some crazy amounts of money trying to find things for a certain occasion. And if I had spent that much time on Myntra at that point of time when I was working in a 9-to-5 job, that would have saved me a lot of money. But having said that, I hope you guys are enjoying my videos. Let me know what you thought of this session. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, and I'm glad that we got to do it on Women's Day. I hope you guys are doing great and your companies are treating you well, because it's usually on Women's Day when corporates all of a sudden wake up and they do special things for us. But having said that, I hope you guys are doing fabulous. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys again very, very soon. Until then, keep it stylish and always look and feel like $1,000,000.